What up? What up? It's Sunday night. What's up with y'all? Let me cut this light on. Yeah. I need to get me one of them little lights. Be glowing over here in the dark. I mean, in the background. Let me see what's up. I got on here a little early. There's a TV show that comes on I like to watch. What's up? What's up? Who's on here with me? Michael Frost, how you doing, bro? You enjoy you watch football today, bro? Man, I tell you what, Dallas is killing it. But they do that every year and then they blow it in the playoffs. Oh, man, what y'all think about them videos I've been making? What's up, Timothy Nelson? How you been, man? Man, can y'all relate to any of them videos I made today, like dealing with relationships and stuff? What's up, Blake? Man, them relationships tough. They'll make a man get in trouble in a minute, boy. Yeah, I made a little video this morning, man, just about how relationships can, man, it's easy to get messed up. I got trapped in that shit, man, stuff, and I didn't think it could be done that easy, man, and shoot, somebody can have you jammed up that quick, bro. Mobile, how you doing, Amber? My tattoo man was from Mobile. Anthony Ayers is his name. Good dude. He went by Kid in prison though. He could throw down on some tats. He was good. Hey man, I'm glad you're doing good, Timothy. Oh, you got a YouTube channel? I think I subscribe to it. I try to go every couple of days, and whoever subscribed to me, I try to subscribe to them just to help them out and give them subscribers. I know some people don't really have channels, but I still subscribe. I just try to subscribe anyway, because I know what it's like. I don't even really ask, man. I don't even. I just start talking, man. I don't even ask for subscribers. I probably should, but I know a lot of people. Like as soon as they come up, they got like a thing that says, like and subscribe, and man, I just start talking and I don't even think about it. So, and then all kind of people subscribe. So, yeah, man, my channel's been growing. Me and my dad's we did a little research, and it said that most people, it takes like 2 years to get, up to that level to where you can get a couple thousand subscribers. But I appreciate it, and that's why I tell everybody. What's up, Jeremiah? Man, I think Alabama, they got I think they got like 17 or 8 or maybe 23. But some of them's in like infirmaries and stuff. So I really think there's only like 13 really hard prison camps. The rest are work release and aged in infirmaries. And then they got like ATEF. It's a program you can go to where you can get a trade and stuff. And a lot of times a judge, they'll have, like the mama or something, or a lawyer, they'll go down there and say, oh, he ain't never had no trouble. He's, 18. And the judge will order him to ATEF, and then he'll go get a trade. The most dangerous prison in, I'm going to say West Jefferson or Donaldson is what they, it used to be West Jefferson. Now it's Donaldson, but it's a level 5. And Holman's, man, all of those max camps are rough, man. St. Clair, West Jefferson, and Holman or Donaldson, whatever, they're rough, man. And then you got Bibb County. It's a level 4, but it's rough. They say it's like a baby max or something. That's what I always heard. But they call it Bloody Bibb. I can tell you that. That's what I always heard in prison. They was cutting up where I was at, man. I was supposed to be at man. Somebody told me I was going to a laid back camp. Oh, bro, you going to a program camp? It's laid back here, So I'm think I'm going somewhere where it's sweet. Shit, man. I'm like, yeah. Ventress cuts up. I heard they've been cutting up at Staten. And then see back when I was in prison, Staten was a low key kind of deal. Man, I don't, right now I don't really know because, like I said, when I was in there, I was at Ventress and Staten was the one that was known as the most laid back at the time. But I've heard now that, that Staten they cutting up, but I don't know. I can't say that positively. I've just like read stuff. But man, ain't none of them easy. Them work releases is sweet, but man, any of them level 4s, they rough, man. They said I talked to a dude. He's out now, but he was still in about 2 months ago. He had just made parole, and he said that every level 4, man, they was clowning. They was cutting up on. Everybody's on that brown clown, and that's some mean shit, man. I watched some people. How you doing, Chris Seeger? Thank you, man. I'm glad you're here. Jeremiah, they used to have inmate labor, like out at Limestone. They had now it's just a crop field of like corn or beans or something. But they used to have a garden out there that the inmates, and they had like a chain gang. I think they even had a cattle farm out there. And then they had another cattle farm in Greensboro down South Alabama, and an inmate, they're trustees. If you go to if they went to that cattle farm, you're a trustee or whatever. And an inmate stole a shotgun one night and went in there in the warden's house and shot him and killed him and his wife, I think. So they done away with the cattle farms and all that after that. But like I can ride out here at Limestone, they still got dog kennels and stuff out there where they used to have dogs there, I guess, Ventress had dogs. What's up, Robin? How you doing this evening? But yeah, Limestone, they like I said, they still got when you get to the end of Nick Davis Road, you got to turn like the warden's houses and stuff. They got like they got 4 houses up there, they're brick apartment looking deals, and they're kind of like they're one level, but they're connected. But there's 4 of them, and that's where the wardens and the lieutenants and them they give them a house to live in. Like when I was at Ventress, the warden and them had a house right down the street, because Ventress is out in the middle of nowhere down there. I'm sure they gave him death penalty or whatever. I never did look into what happened to him. I just know what he done. He got a shot because they had to keep a shotgun because if you on a cattle farm, man, and a cow, breaks her leg or something real bad, sometimes, man, you just got to shoot them, put them down. And it's really mercy, man, because you're putting them out of their misery. You know what I mean? Like the state of Alabama prisons ain't fixing to pay no $4,000 or $5,000 to have a cow's leg redone. You know what I mean? They're gonna spend that 87 cents bullet and put it down and bury it. So, but man, I seen that they was a video floating around the internet a couple years ago that somebody had a piece inside the joint inside prison, man, and I thought, damn, man, I don't, and then the work releases it is, I mean, I guess you can get out of them, but you're gonna cut your ass up. I can tell you that you're gonna go across some wire. You'd have to have plenty of blanket or jackets and clothes or something to cover that wire with, so you don't cut yourself. Because man, like we used to walk around and look at it. There's a big old 20-foot fence with a row of concertina wire on it, and then at the bottom of that, there's 2 rows of that concertina wire, and then there's a gravel drive where a man goes around it all security drives around it. And then on the other side of that little road, there's 2 more rows of concertina wire, and then another 20-foot fence with another constant. So if you go over the fence, yeah, you're gonna work for it. I can tell you that. So no, I wouldn't say it'd be easy. I mean, it can be done, but you're gonna cut your ass up for it. It's gonna woo. Yeah, believe it or not, there's a lot of people in prison that are innocent. There was a guy from my hometown, that his wife wanted to divorce him, and to get out of it, she made up some stuff that he said he did something to her daughter. It ruined his life, and he was completely innocent. They was going to give him 20 years in prison for that. The man it was bad, and ruined his life for real. Let's see, is Alabama prison? Yeah. Man, let me tell you something. This is kind of funny. Pickens County, they had a holding contract with the state of Alabama where they would, when Alabama got overcrowded and they needed an overflow, Pickens County would take inmates and they would get paid to do it. So we're driving out there, man. I'm talking about we don't see a house for miles. And then all of a sudden we ride up to a damn toll booth just sitting in the middle of nowhere. Dude's sitting in there taking up money. And we're laughing like, what in the, man, like where are we at, bro? I'm serious. We ain't seen a house in miles. And we ride up on a toll booth in the middle of bum. Oh man, it was crazy. But yeah, like when we went to Ventress, man, they put them things off. But now, Limestone, man, it's got subdivisions all around it, and they're building more. So, yeah, it's crazy. The houses they built, man, they built 2,000 houses over there around Limestone Prison. Yeah, Robin, I seen that they did solve that case. That something happened and they got somebody's DNA and it matched up to those murders. Man, let me tell y'all something. Most of the time when somebody gets killed, somebody going to jail whether they did it or not. For real. The police got pressure on them. The DA, the whole system got pressure on them to find, especially if it's something horrific. You know what I mean? Somebody ass going to jail. I'm telling you. Even if you didn't do it, if you was around or something at the time, they're gonna find a way to put you in there. That's just the way it is. But yeah, I'm glad that was crazy how long that went unsolved. Oh hell yeah. Yeah, if you was gonna run, you would have to already have somebody lined up, and you'd have to know where you was going and all that. You know what I mean? Like you'd have to, you just had it. I mean, I guess it could be done, Jeremiah. You just had to put some thought into it. You know what I mean? Like you couldn't just whip it up on the back of a soup card. You'd have to really, get with somebody. You'd have to plan it out and get some. You'd have to have some help, because you're out in the middle of nowhere, man. And they got like at Ventress, they had dogs. So they'll track your scent. And now they got drones and stuff that can show heat, infrared heat. You done with, you know what I mean? You can lay down, hide under a damn shack, man. It'll still show you down in there hiding. It's like nowadays some drones is. Matter of fact, I don't even know if they still got dogs. What's up, 3-1? How you doing, man? I know you got you a day off. I bet you was glad of that. Yeah, that's what, man. Listen, them 5 kids up in New York City that supposedly raped that woman years ago. Man, you go back and watch the videos. They took them all in different rooms, give them Coca-Colas, but told them what to say, and told them if you say this, you're gonna get to go home. Well, they kids, they're supposed to have a parent in there to begin with. And yeah, what's up, Scott? Hey, Ty-Bye. Thank you very much. But yeah, they should have had an adult in there to begin with, and they didn't. And they gave those false confessions, and they sent them to prison and had them dudes not fought for it or whatever, they wouldn't they wouldn't never got out of there. They would have been stuck in there for life. But what's up, Scott? How you doing, man? New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey. Yeah, I'm glad all y'all here, man. Robin, Scott, Ty, man, 3 and 1, Jeremiah, all y'all, man. Let's see. That's good, man. Spend a day with your family. Hey, man, ain't nothing wrong with that, dude. That's what it's about for real, man. It's family, man. If you got a wife and kids, man, just enjoy it. Spend time with them, Even if you live with your folks or something, man, enjoy that. You know what I mean? Man, it sucks living alone. I ain't gonna lie, dog. Fuck, man. Or excuse my language, but I ain't gonna lie, that shit gets old, especially when you don't know nobody, Born and raised in Kentucky. Yeah, my dad and them used to go deer hunting up there in Kentucky. They had a lease on some land. I don't know what the name of the town was, but it was right there on the Cumberland River, because they had big, huge barges tied up to where, it backed up to where they would hunt. Yeah, hey, I'd appreciate it if anybody hit the like and subscribe. I don't even never think to ask, man. I just start talking and stuff. I don't even ask nobody. I don't even think about it. Anybody famous? Oh, no, not that I could think of. No, now I know down in like Talladega, there's a federal FCI Talladega. It's a federal camp. And I got one of my best friends that I grew up with. I mean, one of my day ones. He got a 10. He's got to do 8.5 of that, and I think he gets out 2029. And he was down there with Joe Messino was down there. He was the boss of the Bonanos. So I know he was locked up with some mobsters and stuff, but it'll be a while before I get to talk to him about it, Yeah, it ain't, man, listen, they used to, and it's crazy. They've come out with body cam to prevent people. See, like they beat a confession out of a kid. So they come up with all these cameras and body cam to prevent that. But then they pass a law in the legislature to not turn over the body cam footage. Like, there's only one reason that you won't let me see the body cam footage in my case. It's because you're doing something on there, your police, that you don't want me to see, and I think that's messed up, man. They say it's for their safety or whatever, but there's no reason that if a defendant says, hey, if you'll really show me that body cam footage, it'll exonerate me, a judge ought to say, show it. Right, you know what I mean? But tough. You can't nothing you can do about it, man. Miss Robin, I don't even, for real. I don't do anything but work and come home. Like I don't know anybody. I used to have a bunch of friends when I was doing dope and all that, and then when you got drugs and stuff, you got plenty of friends. But when you become a civilian, them days end. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, man. Oh no, man. They don't wear no body cams. Hell no. Let's see here. My bad. I'm trying to read. Yeah, hey man. Talking about money. I know I get tore up about money sometimes because not about having money to have stuff, but like just to live, man, bills and stuff. I got anxiety bad, man. And but you know what? I heard a thing today, a guy was talking about money. The thing about money, what can you do with it for real? You can go buy houses and cars, but you can't take it with you, you know what I mean? I think a lot of times I forget to be grateful for just what I got, even though I got, I live in this old, man, I live in this is a Cousin Eddie special. If Cousin Eddie on the Griswolds had a trailer, it'd be this one right here. I ain't lying. The old lady that I rented it from before she sold it, she she paints everything green and yellow, green, yellow, two-tone, green on the bottom, green on top, and yellow. Ugliest thing you ever seen in your life. Like, she's stuck in the 70s. Okay, I got you, buddy. I seen that. Um, yeah, I looked into that. I looked into a CDL one time. They are they got a program out there. What'd you ask, Miss Robin? No, that's what I said. I don't. Oh, my bad. I misunderstood. I'm trying to read all these comments at one time, and I'm confusing myself. Let me hang on a second here. Um, can you leave the U.S. with felony? Yeah, I don't. I think so. I think you got to go through some paperwork though. You got to. I'm not sure on that. I don't want to lie. So I'm just going. Yeah, I don't know how to answer that, Blake. But I'm gonna check into it, and I'll let you know. Miss Robin, no, I will be on the lookout though. What you looking for? A farmer? You looking for a horseman? Yeah, I feel you, man. Um, I mean, yeah, when we see each other, but my brother, he don't live close to me, so we don't see each other much. But yeah, when we do, we look out for one another and stuff, you know. But like I said, he lives a couple hours away, so we don't see each other a whole lot. Um, but yeah, we'll help each other out and stuff. Um, did any of y'all watch that documentary on HBO? The new one they come out with? Man, Blake, I've had anxiety so bad for like it now. It's terrible, man. But no lie, when I was in prison, I don't know why, but I had this phobia that every time somebody walked behind me, that they were going to smack me in the back of the head. I don't know why, but every time somebody walked for years, a couple of years, man, every time somebody walked behind me, I just imagine them slapping me in the back, like taking off on me, in the back of the head. And I don't know why, but that's weird, Um, man, when I was growing up, I was all into sports, man. I played everything: football, basketball, baseball. I wanted to be a football player, and I got into drinking. I got into women, and when I got a taste of them women and them drugs and stuff, man, I wasted my life for real. I wasted 20 years of doing nothing, man, that I ain't never going to even get back, and that ain't nobody to blame but me, you know what I'm saying? Like that's a tough pill to swallow, because I mean, ain't no excuse, ain't no nothing. You just got to own it. Like, you the one caused that, and you the one that's, you know, no, man, I didn't. I had both my parents had really, like middle class. I grew up middle class. Um, we if we wanted polo for school or whatever, we could get it. Wear some Nike Airs, whatever. Um, but like we didn't have everything we wanted. No, it wasn't like that. Like we had to damn lie and shit sometimes to get money out of them. You know what I mean? Like, so we didn't have it like where people just hand out money. Heck no. But like I said, if it was time to go, back to school to start back or whatever, they'd take us shopping and hook us up. Man, rich in Alabama is just like I said, where you ain't where if you don't even have to look at worry about your bills and stuff, you know what I mean? Like, man, these people I know that they don't even know what their light bill even costs because they've never even seen it. It just comes out. They got so much money in an account that every bill they got just comes out of there automatically, and they wouldn't even know what to tell you. That you could be like, hey man, how much is your mortgage each month? Oh, I don't even know, man. Like I know people like that for real. They don't even know what their bills cost because they never see them. They just, they got millions and it just comes out. So they never even have to worry. They know that they put in 10 times more than what it comes out. They know that much. So, what's up, Twisted? How you doing, man? Yeah, I know you are. I know you cutting up. Man, I can do some talking. I don't know. That's one thing I've always had. Man, I've had the gift of gab. I don't know why, but yeah, man, I know some rich people. I know, man, I know poor people and I know rich people. I know all kind of people, man. But limping around, yeah. Hey, man, Alabama, they held on. I was worried though because they don't do much in the second half. They struggle in the second half. Seem like sometimes, but they held in there. So, yeah, that's one thing about me growing up. The rich people on their own, they got their own stuff. People like me have to work for the rich. Like the rich people, they own pool companies, they own plumbing supply warehouses, they own plumbing companies, you know what I mean? Electrical companies and stuff. That's the rich people, the people that own them businesses. And then you have to go and work for, work for them unless you do your own thing. Like I said, I got to do my own thing. And man, a couple years ago, I was doing great. I mean, and even had another job for the city at the city with a paycheck and all that, the insurance and all. And on my off day, tore my whole damn knee up. I mean, just a freak. Man, my life's just I remember laying up in the hospital thinking, man, why does this stuff have to happen? Like, I was just changing a flat and tore the whole damn knee up. Hey, what's up, Big Bucket? How you doing? Yeah, you can be. You ain't necessarily got to have money to be rich. You can be rich. I remember being inside at one time, and a dude said, "You know what, Cliff?" He said, "Even though they got me in here, he said they ain't got my mind. He said, in here I'm free all the time." It took me a while to think about that, and I finally realized what he was talking about. Like, no matter where you're at, you can always be free up here. If somebody left a honey bun on your truck, don't eat it. They're gonna want it back. The same one. They used to show a video when you go to orientation, and they showed that video since like the 80s. And so anyway, they showed the video like it was the 80s, man. I mean, we had heard about it before we'd even got there. That's how long they've been showing this daggum video where it says, if you find a honey bun on your bed, do not eat it. But, yeah. Oh, no, man, last day, you give all your stuff away to your homeboys. You know what I mean? Like, you get up and, like, you accumulate a lot of stuff doing time. Jeremiah, you just, I mean, you got all kind of stuff, man. And then you got a lot of food and hygiene and shit left over. And like, I knew that I was going to another program and that my dad was going to pick me up, like we'd go to Walmart or whatever and get all new stuff, to live in or whatever. And so I just left everything I had there with some guys that I was friends with on the street that happened to be in there with me. But yeah, I tried to slip out with a beard. You had to shave every day in there, or every other. Like, I had to shave every day because if you have any kind of whiskers, they'll make you go shave unless you do that waiver to say you're a Jew or whatever, and then you can wear a beard. But I didn't do that. I just shaved every day, and but I tried to slip out with a little 5 o'clock shadow. And the lieutenant, when signing my paperwork, she looked up at me. She said, "You got a paper? She said, you good for have that beer?" And I said, "No." She said, "Go on back to the dorm and shave." And I done seen my daddy and waved at him and everything. I had to go back to the dorm and shave. My daddy was like, "Boy, what the hell took you so long?" And I was like, "Hell, I had to go back and shave." But yeah, they cause see, the you get out on a Monday in prison, so on Friday, I knew I was getting out, so I just I trimmed that little beard up, and that way I knew when I got out Monday it'd be perfect, you know. And shoot, man, Lieutenant, she wasn't having none of it. She said, "You can go on back and shave, or you can stay." I was like, "Hang on a minute." Um, I don't know. I'm sure there are. I just don't know. I mean, I don't know really like I don't know the people in this area. You know, I didn't grow up here. I knew a few people from here, but um you know, when people for some reason when people get older and like have kids and stuff, I don't know, a lot of people change. Like they just quit having anything to do with you. Um, I don't know why, but what's up, Lila? How you doing? Merv, what's up? Um, yeah, man, they pulled it off. Oh, you talking about a lot of women prison guards? There was some. Yeah, there was some that was there. How do you block a private number? Man, these trolls, boy, they something else. I tell y'all, listen, they something, boy. Oh man. Yeah, I jumped on a little early. There's a show coming on HBO that I like to watch on Sunday nights. And last week I jumped on a live at like 7:30, and next thing I know, it was like hell. It was 9 o'clock, 9:15. I was like, dang, I'd been running for a while, man. Um, just you know how they are. They find out everything. Um, yeah. See there. Oh, I didn't know that you could block people from. This guy in the feds invites. Yeah. If you got it like that in there, some people. Yeah, they blowing my phone up, man, like idiots. I just turned the motherfucker off. No, it wouldn't let me block private number. Yeah, idiots, man. The feds is different. Like, um, they got a lot nicer facilities and stuff. Um, but you got to do it 85% of the time. And yeah, I don't know anybody out here, Robin. It's I grew up about I don't know 40 minutes away from here, and but yeah, I don't know anybody out here. And then the people that I do know is married, and like they don't, they don't want to. Yeah, I don't know anybody. That's only people I know is like people I cut grass for and stuff. That's it. Like, I mean, I know people that I grew up with, but I don't ever see them because I don't ever go. I don't hang out. I don't go to my town much. Um, Man, Auburn, they own Hugh Freeze, ain't they? Ooh, I know you are, hon. I'm just cutting up with you. But for real, I don't know anybody out here. Um, I'm just out here, just trying to get by. Yeah, they finna get rid of Hugh. I seen a clip of the fans, man, when he was leaving last night, and they were hitting him hard. I mean, you could hear them up in the you could hear them in the stands. They was they was on him hard. But no, I've never did Fed time. Never been to the Feds. I've just heard like people that were. I was locked up with people in the state that had been, and they told me about it and stuff like that. But no, I've never been to the Feds. And okay, what's up? What's up, Vincent? I'm glad you're here, man. Yeah, Alabama prisons. They up there, man. I'm telling you, you don't want to go. It's bad. I mean, it's just the way it is. I mean, it's um I don't know. I don't know why it is like that, but it is, man. I guess they just let it go for. I mean, if you watch that old video, it shows one of them old wardens that said something like, we know there's drug use and homosexuality stuff, and phones and stuff. We know about it, but we let a lot of it go on because it helps the inmates patrol themselves. But shoot, it really causes more damage than it does good. So, I don't know, man. You either got to be a Muslim or a Jew, and you got to fill out paperwork, and then they ask you a couple questions about the religion, and if you don't know the answer to them questions, you can't get it. And then, but if you answer the questions right, then they'll sign it, and then you can grow a beard. Let's see. Yeah. All right. I got you. Let's see. Man, I don't know much about California prisons. I know I don't want to go to them. But I've heard a lot of stuff about California prisons. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to look something up real quick here. I apologize. Man, I'm sorry, y'all. To fix Alabama, you got to get the drugs and stuff out. Like you got to get rid of phones and drugs. Once you get rid of that, I mean that. And another thing is you're going to have to pay your inmate. Like the people that work in the kitchen, give them, I don't know, $1 a day or something. 75 something, or make them make road signs or something. Do something productive that provides a product for somebody at a cheap rate, but also give the inmates enough money to where they can buy a little bit of store for working. Because when you got money, you ain't out there trying to hustle and do all that other crazy stuff. See, if you got money, it's like at the work release. Ain't nobody doing all that turning out at the work release because everybody's eating good. Everybody's working, got money, so you ain't got to go borrow up and get a debt. See, so that's how I would fix it. But I don't know it all. So, but man, y'all, listen. I hate to cut this short, man. I was going, but I got something. I've got to run out right quick and before the store closes. And I should have done it earlier, but I ain't gonna lie. I fooled around and took a nap during the football game like a fool. And I was supposed to have got up, went to the store, and then I'm just sitting here and realized, boom, like, damn, that store finna close on me. But hey, listen, man, I appreciate. Listen, I'll jump back on here in the next night or two, and we'll do another one. And y'all can ask me whatever. Man, yeah, I got a date with the store gonna close on me. I forgot all. I'm gonna have to go down there. That's just all it is. I won't make it till in the morning. Let's see. No, I ain't ever done time in Louisiana, man. But hey, I tell you what, y'all give me a night or two. Give me it about Tuesday. Yeah, Hey, Robin, look, I'm gonna get back on here about a night or two, and I'll hit you up and let you know, and that way you can get on here. But yeah, I'll do a longer one, and y'all can ask me whatever, and we'll we'll go through it. But I appreciate all y'all that's here. And yeah, Merv, I ain't gonna lie, I was watching football around 2 or 3 o'clock and went to sleep in the chair and woke up at 5, and I was supposed to win. So, but yeah, Bama's looking good. And hey, listen, I appreciate y'all, and I'll jump back on here about Tuesday and we'll do another one. So y'all be good, and I appreciate all y'all, man, and bless all y'all too, man, for real. Hope everybody's doing good and everything. And I'll jump back on here in a night or so. All right then.